Okay, so what you're going to do, man, in this one is, or what we're going to talk about is how you can be in life and actually have the most fulfillment. So how you go about doing this is by channeling your higher self. It's by channeling God. When I say God, what I'm referring to is the highest feeling of love that you have. It's the feeling that you have within you, the experience that is more than your limited sense of self. It's a really expansive feeling. It's a really warm, gentle, but also powerful feeling of love. If you can channel this and deliberately, effortlessly be loving to others, you'll feel immensely spiritually rewarded in your life. How do you channel God? First of all, you get your state correct, right? So take a moment to get your state good. Because you can't be serving others with the highest love if your mind is all over the place. No, man. Calm yourself. Get grounded. Get grounded in God. Feel your heart. Step out of your own way. And now you're in a more conscious state. You've got slightly higher concentration and consciousness. And now, man, now is the beautiful part. You just be. But you set the intention to be loving to others. Because it's very easy to not acknowledge others. One thing that I did yesterday, and I'm going to go do after this video actually, man, is there's a shop worker that I tend to see when I go and buy some nuts or something. Nuts. When I go buy something, right? And in order to be loving, I always give her the biggest smile I can. Because, you know, to be honest, man, for the first few months I went there, I didn't even make eye contact with her. I didn't really see her. But now, every time that I go, man, I give her the warmest energy and the biggest smile. Because I'm channeling God. I'm not in my head thinking, oh fuck, let me get my bread, my eggs, whatever I'm buying. No, man. Let me be God in the supermarket. That's what I want to do, man. Oh, I've got a very dry throat right now. One sec. You've got to be God in the supermarket, man. Especially in the supermarket. Everywhere. Everywhere. You know. Take time to channel God in your experience and be loving to others, man. You will become a very, very spiritual person by doing this, because who you're being is your higher self, okay? You've got to start noticing, man, when you're being and living in ego and when you're being your higher self or God. And my favorite thing about being and channeling God is how little you notice it. You literally just are it. You just embody it. Because by definition, the thinking is on behalf of the ego. Thinking, thoughts, mind, blah, blah, blah. No, man. Love and God's love. If you can channel this, man, you become your higher self. The best moments of my day are when I am my higher self. When am I my higher self? Anytime I move out of my own way. That's when. Another really good thing to remember is that you can only ever channel God now, in the moment. Because that's where God shows itself. It's accessed through present moment connection and spiritual connection. So if you think about some future thing, some future time, forget about it. Bring that now. Bring that to the now. be now. Sounds simple. Simple language. But it's potent. It's referring to something very, very potent and powerful, man. The power of this present moment, which is, where you find God. It's where you find your higher self. Right now, I can feel my higher self. It's very special. It's very special indeed. And how do I channel it? I can do it right now for you. You channel it by consciously, deliberately moving away your mind, just moving it aside. You got your mind, your thinking, your thoughts, your blah, 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 blah. You just pop it to the side. Does it take massive spiritual development, practice, meditation, mindfulness, all this stuff, to be able to just move it to a side? Yeah, of course, man. It took me a long time to be able to just feel God. But when you do start feeling God more, and you start channeling it, and being loving to others, you can just do it. Because it's always there, underneath your ego. Another way of making this easy for yourself, man, is by making it about others. So notice the quality of your thoughts and your actions when you make it about someone else. There's a shift, isn't there, man? You stop worrying too much about yourself. You're like, oh, this selfless energy I'm feeling. I'm feeling this giving energy. I'm feeling this weight off of my shoulders. I can love. Nice. Peace. Finally, a break from my ego. Beautiful. This is what happens when you channel God and you love others. And when I say other, this notion of other it's huge. We could be saying anything outside of yourself. There's nothing outside of yourself, of course, but anything outside of your limited relative sense of self. So even, an animal, or a fly, or just another person. These are other to you, apparently. They're not really, by the way, man, of course. You are one with everything if you really look. But in the relative sense, let's say these things are other, apparently. You channel your love and you channel your God, or you channel yourself and you love them. And you've got to start seeing how rewarding this feels. You've got to pay attention. If you're not paying attention, you won't be seeing how good it feels to be selfless. How good it feels to be loving. Loving with a capital L, meaning absolute love. Not just, relative selfish love. Like, oh, okay, I'll do this thing and I'll make myself feel good. No. Loving. Properly loving. That's where it's at. Okay, man, that is it for me. If you fancy having a chat, if you would like to talk, you can check out my website in the description. Otherwise, my friend, I hope you keep enjoying the content. And as always, my friend, subscribe and peace.